Everyone, this is our physics classes, RAM physics classes. Now we are going to discuss from the Neet and also JEE mains, and also it is related to JEE advanced also. Now we are going to simplify that from kinematics, seventh problem. This is continuation problem only. Now see here, a body is projected vertically upward with a certain speed from its top of the tower. That means object is going to from origin point to it is reaches to certain height. It is actually the top of the tower. It is reaches to the ground in time t1. That is, if I am considered to graphical representation, an object is going to upward directions, like it is h is equal to u t1 plus of g t1 square. It is moving in upward direction at the same time. Initially that is 0, so it is going to in now negative direction, so that h is equal to minus ut1 plus of gt square. If it is projected vertically downward from the same point with the same speed, so it is reaches to maximum height from here. Again it is moving downward direction, going to started to downward direction. It is reaches to the ground, that is the time taken t2. The time is required to reach the ground if it is dropped from the top of the tower. So first it is going to accelerate it uniformly from up to here, and again after reaches the certain height h maximum, it is going back into the downward direction. How much time taken to required for falling the body from the certain height? Now first equation we are going to simplify, that is h is equal to minus ut1 plus of gt1 square, and second equation, that is object is falling downward direction, that is due to gravity, h is equal to utt plus 1 by 2 g2 square. So first equation is given and second equation also. From we are writing the graphical representation. Now what about third one? Finally it is reaches to ground, so third equation is equal to h is equal to initially 0, so 1 by 2 gt square. Now if I multiply the time taken from first equation into t2 and the second equation into t1, so see here ht2, that is equal to minus u t1 t2 plus 1 by 2 g t1 square into t2, and the second equation multiplied by t1, that is equal to ht1, that is equal to u t1 t2 plus 1 by 2 g t1 square t2. Second equation t2 square under t1. If I am added to these two equations, by adding to these equations, if I get the additions from here, h of t1 plus t2, that is these two will be cancelled, 1 by 2 g of t1 square t2 plus t2 square under t1. From here 1 by 2 g of, by using of this equation, t1 t2 into t1 plus t2, that is here h of h1 t1 plus t2. These two will be cancelled, that is h is equal to 1 by 2 g of g t1 under t2. h is equal to what you know, that is half gt square, so that 1 by 2 g t square is equal to 1 by 2 g t1 and t2. If both sides 1 by 2 g 1 by 2 g is cancelled, that is t square is equal to t1 and t2. Finally t1 t, that is equal to square root of t1 under t2. This is our final answer. In the time taken to required to reaches to the ground, if it is dropped from the top of the tower, that is equal to square root of t1 under t2. This is our correct answer. Thank you. Have a nice day.